Hey everyone, hey S&P family. I hope everyone's doing well. Again, if you haven't watched the Bitcoin update, please do because of course that's going to tie into how these altcoins flow. Overall, in the last update, we had a lot of altcoins, pretty much still in distribution. With Bitcoin correcting, we can clearly see that it's correct. We're seeing altcoins, follow these supports right now. Again, I'm not really a fan of marking or of entering into altcoins inside the distribution, regardless if they're hitting support, just like this, right? So here you can see there's not even that much of a volatile bounce here. It did end up hard closing here, but yeah, I mean, you can clearly see it's starting to hard break below this daily here. So if you guys know, if it's breaking below this daily here, where's the next daily support? It's not until here. We're probably going to have some 4 hourly movement in here, some supports, etc. But again, if it's breaking below a daily support, it's probably going to break down here. So if Bitcoin does, right, go back to this weekly region, that would be a nice downfall, which would probably, give, shoot a lot of altcoins down pretty hard, in my opinion. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out. But um, the daily still okay. This daily literally just opened 30 minutes ago, so this actually could end up being. I'm sorry, guys. So really important that I focus on the candle time because this candle may end up actually hard closing above it. It literally just opened. It could end up looking like this, right? Even if it's a red candle, it could end up hard closing above it. So I definitely see how this will turn out, but as of right now, it's looking like it may end up falling here. I mean, maybe a small retracement down here to this daily against this daily uptrend for XRP. So technically, this would be a buy, right? This is accumulation period, right? So of course, right, it's a support. However, with Bitcoin, we're taking Bitcoin into mind, and if Bitcoin does retrace around this region here, maybe put some logic into it. Maybe this really wouldn't be a good first buy. Okay, maybe if I do enter it in here, I'll put maybe 1-2%, maybe 3% if you're really being generous, and put a limit there. If it hits, I get stopped out. Okay, great. Um, at least I don't I don't lose any more. As if I just held it down to the 54-cent range. So yeah, that's the update on XRP. Again, I just wouldn't personally accumulate right now. H bar, it's H bar is okay. So the reason why I like H bar in these accumulation areas is because honestly, it's an accumulation. It's respecting this weekly uptrend. We had this updated in August 12th. So there's a lot of upside here for H bar to move up. Okay, so obviously, again, like I mentioned on the last update, not a good time, not an area where I'd accumulate. Okay, it looks like it ended up being this wick here. Okay, so let's evolve that. So not a good time to accumulate anywhere in this range. I mean, if you even if you had this last red candle mark before the uptrend there, yes, it's support. You can clearly see that it used it as support. What was once a resistance now becomes a support. It did try and hold on to it, but again, it's a red candle. There's no green candle. There's not even any attempt to hard close a green candle on this support. So again, it's sort of looking like what we what was it? I think that was XRP, right? Sort of something similar. But yeah, the next retracement zone is around in this range again. So let's just delete that there. It's looking like it's going down there. Okay, XLM guys. So okay, so we can actually move this to here. Did find some rejection there. Did messy hard close right out of it, but it ended up rejecting it. So yeah, pretty straightforward with this as well. Let me go here and update this. Okay, we're not going to update this here. Okay, we're not going to update there, right? We're going to wait until there's a weekly candle close and then we'll move it, okay? So just disregard this weekly. We're going to be focusing heavily on this daily then, okay? Okay, so here's that steep daily uptrend. Again, on the last update, I don't like daily steep uptrends. As you guys see that once it's breaking out of it, it's going to go straight to the next daily. So we'll keep this here for now because eventually we're going to evolve it, right? As it comes closer to these apexes. But yeah, now that we extend this apex, it extends it all the way up until October, right? So we'll see how these daily supports work. Obviously, not accumulation zone here yet. If this accumulation zone breaks, obviously down here again. XDC is seeing a nice move up. Okay, again, that's why I like coins and accumulation. Coins that are super boring. really boring in this case. So if we go to this weekly here, we'll mark the weekly there. All right. And then we'll mark a, range there. So a lot of upside for XDC to move up here. Lots of resistance here, but once it breaks out of that zone, it's just like a continuous move up here. As long as it can break out of these resistance areas, there would be a nice move up. So we'll see how this goes, see how this turns out. Pretty much, riding up, bit in profit. I didn't enter in this range, guys. I was actually greedy, right? I didn't think it would get hit here, so I filled more around this point there. So the peak, right? The peak before the uptrend, that's where I entered in here. So I did miss out, but I'm currently in profits anywhere above this range. But yeah, again, I wouldn't accumulate now. It's, your accumulation was earlier. But yeah, ICP, okay, ICP, what's going on here, guys? Projection here, nothing new. Where's the next one? Okay, what was once resistance now becomes a support. Definitely around this range. Yeah, I would say first around that range first on the daily time frame. So yeah, a lot of these altcoins so far are looking pretty. They were in distribution since the last update, so it takes time to to finally find its relief down. It's a steady downtrend, right? It's not the same as these uptrends. Uptrends are sudden and quick, but when it comes to the tracements, as you can see everywhere, accumulation, distribution, they're always a lot slower because then it's followed by a heavy period of accumulation. All right, render, guys. Again, big fan of render. Weak movement here. Let's see here. I can move that. We'll just delete this daily there. Lots of this whole region's tested, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. There is that daily level here, and then you have like the peak there, but that looks like it's going to break. So if this breaks, it's probably going to go back down to this weekly. I mean, hopefully it'll be in that 4.6 range because that would be still a lower low. But yeah, again, not a period I would be accumulating in. Just let it ride out again while we have Bitcoin retracing back down. And finally, track on the daily. We're going to go track and then TRX. So we're going down the list, guys. We got a good amount of coins. All right, so daily here. Okay, nothing new. It's just respecting the daily range. Nothing new. This point's accumulation. This point's accumulation. Daily uptrend's been in accumulation. This has been a strong uptrend since June. So yeah, pretty slow movement, but if you look at the big picture, guys, obviously accumulation. And you guys see what happens every time it's been in accumulation. There's always a nice move up. TRX, as you guys see, it's retracing back down. You got to give it time, guys. That was you guys, like I just mentioned, the moves up are very volatile and sudden. But when it comes to the retracements, it's slow because after this retracement, after this distribution, what's after distribution is accumulation. So that's even a longer period that you have to wait. Okay, sometimes accumulation is very sudden, right? If it's getting very tight at the apex, sometimes accumulation is shorter. But if it's if it goes down here, then you can see accumulation is gonna be longer. Regardless, it's this trend lines you're gonna use, but you can clearly see it's respecting the daily downtrend. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Is this being? There you go. That's why, because I didn't mark a daily downtrend. Sorry, guys. So it initially here, right? There's that local breakout, and then I evolve it. Okay, sorry about that. So, but regardless, there's that daily downtrend. It's getting really tight at this apex. If Bitcoin's falling, everything's falling. Tron can end up falling down to this weekly here. Could be a small breakout out of this here, but it still has to complete this portion. Kind of like what ICP looks like. So yeah, we'll see how TRX and see if it can find support at this 14-cent range. But yeah, all right, guys. So that ties it. If anyone has any questions, drop them down in the comments below. Just make sure you add my name so I can see it. Straight to my email, and I can respond to you as soon as possible. But that is the update. I hope everyone has a great night. And yeah, good night, SMB fam. Bye.